An Introduction to Hypnotherapy and its Uses in Poker. I'm Elliot Rowe. I'm an experienced and qualified hypnotherapist. I specialize in sports performance here in Las Vegas. I've worked with a number of world-class poker players and also UFC fighters to prepare them mentally for competition. In poker, I help players develop a professional mindset. We utilize techniques to reduce and manage tilt, and my sessions also help improve focus at the table. I believe that players can learn to find the zone each and every time they play, and that effective mental preparation is all that's holding players back from playing their A game much more frequently. We all know it's impossible to always play your A game, but it's key to start each session fully focused and intending to do so. My full details can be found on the coach listing page. Please feel free to contact me if you have any questions or comments. Thanks to its media portrayal, the use of hypnosis is generally viewed quite negatively and greeted with a lot of skepticism. In this video, I'll give an explanation of the theories it uses and why I believe hypnotherapy will become an important weapon in the poker arms race. I'll be providing a brief introduction to hypnosis and its uses for the poker player. The topics I'll be covering are: what is hypnotherapy, using suggestion MP3s as a pre-game warm-up and post-game warm-down, and exploring the roots of tilt and resolving them using hypnoanalysis. So, what is hypnotherapy? Whenever the word hypnosis is used, many people think of the cliched stage acts and embarrassing situations that participants find themselves in. The hypnotist seems all-powerful, completely in control of his puppets on the stage. The reality is, these acts are much more reliant on social pressure and effective audience selection than they are on hypnosis at all. The participant is actually always in control, and the hypnotist is utilizing stagemanship to create the impressive effect. Hypnotherapy is more of a guided meditation and has been shown to be an effective therapeutic tool. It's been used successfully for anesthesia, cessation of smoking, phobia cures, and for sports performance. I'll be introducing the concept of using hypnosis to improve your game. I'll demonstrate why it should be used to ensure you enter each and every session with a clear head and completely focused on playing your best possible poker. Hypnosis is a trance-like state that can be achieved through meditation, yoga, or during a formal hypnotherapy session. The depth reached in a hypnosis session with the guidance of a professional hypnotist would take many months or even years of personal meditation practice. It's a similar state to that of a very vivid daydream, or the moments in the morning between waking and sleeping. It's thought that during this state it's possible to communicate with the subconscious mind directly, and this is what allows for such seemingly miraculous change to be made in such a short amount of time. My personal introduction to hypnotherapy was a 1-hour session of hypnosis that cured my lifelong fear of flying. This is something I'd never believed could have been possible. Previously, my fear of flying had made long-haul flights difficult for me, and after only one session, a whole new world had been opened. It demonstrated to me the effectiveness of the therapy as a tool and inspired me to learn the subject and take it up as my profession. So let's start from the beginning, the history of hypnosis. The first experiments that created an accepted form of hypnotism were on animals in the 1600s. People discovered they could calm and hypnotize chickens using various techniques, and in France they managed to use this to get hens to sit on eggs that weren't their own. This is an interesting step, as once it's accepted that animals can be hypnotized, it opens the door for people to actively try and hypnotize one another. Dr. Franz Anton Mesmer is regarded by many as the father of hypnotic therapy. He created a theory that he described as animal magnetism and believed that magnetized water could be used to create a trance state and to heal. He was actually utilizing hypnotherapy. He was successful in many cases and used theatrics to enhance the belief in his subjects. It's from him that we found the word mesmerized. Mesmer, however, was considered by many of his peers a fraud, and much of what he discovered was lost in the fallout from this accusation. Probably the most important character in the history of hypnosis is James Isdale. In 1845, he opened a hospital in Calcutta and used hypnosis to perform operations for patients without the use of painkillers. He was very successful in this and performed eventually over 200 operations using this technique. He's important as this is where the Western world first had evidence of the power and use of hypnosis from a practitioner who wasn't considered a charlatan. It wasn't until the 1950s that hypnosis finally gained the approval of both the British and American medical associations. This was a major step in the progress of hypnosis as a therapy. Finally, the medical world had, at least officially, accepted that hypnosis was a useful tool and could help many conditions, including pain control. In the modern era, hypnosis has become a more fashionable therapy and is used to help with symptoms of many ailments and addictions. In fact, hypnosis has become so trusted and popular that many women now opt for hypnobirthing, where they give birth free from painkillers in a hypnotized state. By utilizing hypnosis, we can resolve issues that may be stopping us reaching our full potential. Hypnosis is a perfect therapy for improving your poker game, as poker is a game of the mind. It can be used to reduce tilt, improve focus, and give you the confidence to make the right play at the right time. So how does hypnosis feel? There's no truly typical sensation of hypnosis, as people feel it in different ways. Some describe a feeling of relaxation, others notice colours, and some even describe a feeling of consciousness leaving the body. One of the reasons for this is that everyone has different dominant senses and their own personal way of reacting to the world. One constant theme is that it's a pleasant and calm state. You may be questioning how just listening to an audio program or someone speak could adjust the body's response to stress. In just a moment, I'll demonstrate a basic hypnotic technique to help demonstrate the power of the mind and its effect on the body. If you're interested, just follow the instructions. Sit back on your chair and take a deep breath. As you exhale, allow your eyes to gently close. Allow your attention to turn inwards, relaxing, releasing, and letting go. Now I wonder if you can imagine standing in your kitchen, at the counter. Envision yourself there, noticing the colours in your kitchen, the arrangement of your appliances. Allow yourself to begin to notice the countertop, with a cutting board placed before you. As you continue to observe this scene, you notice a bright yellow, plump, juicy lemon. It's lying on the cutting board in front of you. Imagine taking that lemon in your hands. Feel the texture of its rind against your fingers. Notice the bright yellow colour of its skin. Imagine the fresh scent of the lemon. Laying the lemon on the cutting board, you take a knife and begin to cut into its skin. You notice the juice squirting out of the fresh, yellow lemon as you cut through its skin. Soon you have two halves of a fresh, juicy lemon in your hands. The aroma of lemon, that fresh, bright smell, tantalizes your nostrils as you bring one of the halves up to your nose and begin to sniff the fresh juice of the lemon. Something inside you just can't resist. So you bring the lemon to your lips and take a nibble of the juicy, tart fruit. Once again, you take a bite of the lemon, remembering the last time that you drank lemonade or squeezed fresh lemon into your food, finding the juice surprisingly tart as you lay the lemon back on the cutting board. The scent of the lemon oil, still fresh on your fingertips, the tart juice is on your lips. And now just allow your eyes to open. So many people, when listening to that script, are surprised by how much their mouth salivated. Everyone should have noticed it to some extent or another, but it does demonstrate the power of the imagination and the almost instant effect it can have on our bodies. I'm sure you can see the value in using that same effect to reduce physical and mental stress or anger at the table prior to a poker session or during a poker break. The lemon test is a demonstration of suggestion, and that leads us nicely to the pre- and post-session suggestion MP3s I offer. I offer Hypnosis MP3s for pre and post session. There is also a free Break Maximizer MP3 available on this website for you to try. It's for use during 5-minute MTT breaks and is a great way to regain your composure and prepare for when play resumes. It will also give you an excellent introduction into hypnosis for sports performance. The online and live pre-session MP3s. My pre-session MP3s are designed to help you put yourself in the perfect state of mind prior to starting a session. They're an excellent pre-game warm-up, as all you need to do is put on your headphones and follow the instructions. They start with an induction and then a deepener to induce the hypnotic state. Once in this deeply relaxed state, the subconscious is more willing to accept suggestions to improve your game and emotional control at the table. The MP3s cover focus at the table, better control of emotions and tilt, improved reads and tells, and an increased enjoyment of the game. I believe that truly enjoying poker is the key to being successful, as it encourages improved play, more positive sessions, and an increased motivation to learn away from the table, which we all know is very important to success. These MP3s have been used successfully by hundreds of players to improve their play, and there's a selection of testimonials available on my website, which is www.poker-hypnosis.co.uk. My warm-down MP3, as you can imagine, is used post-session to help you relax and reflect effectively on the day's play. It encourages good quality sleep and is an excellent tool if you're playing a multi-day tournament and would like to ensure you're refreshed and ready to play the next morning. It's a popular MP3 and it was used by many of the players at this year's World Series of Poker. The effects of hypnotic suggestion are typically temporary, and depending on the person last anywhere between a couple of days and a couple of weeks. Therefore, if you are using the MP3s, I recommend to get the best results, you should use them frequently. Hypnotherapy sessions. In one-to-one sessions, we work together to find the root cause of your tilt or self-sabotage issues. In a hypnotized state, your memory becomes much more focused than normal, allowing for immersive recollections of the past. By using this technique, we're able to trace back to the root causes of your issues. An adult who learned as a child that anger helps them to get their own way may exhibit this behavior when they take a bad beat at the table. Or a loss of face in a long-forgotten childhood memory may have led to a need to always feel that you have to win, causing ego wars and erratic play at the table. By exploring and resolving these issues of the past, we're able to make positive change to the client's future actions. Regression therapy, unlike suggestion, offers long-term resolution of issues and is an effective tool for positive change. Many of my clients have found that as well as improving their poker, the sessions have also created significant improvements in their emotional control in their everyday life. This has just been a brief outline of the subject, and I'm happy to answer any more technical questions you may have. I hope you found this introduction to hypnotherapy and poker useful. My MP3s are available at www.poker-hypnosis.co.uk, and you can contact me through my coaching link if you're interested in sessions, personalized MP3s, or if you have any questions. Thank you very much for your time.